Hey guys, it's Michael. I have a quick update for you on the second stimulus package from the White House, specifically the director of the National Economic Council, Larry Kudlow. Yesterday, Larry Kudlow had an interview with CNBC where he spoke about the state of the economy, the second stimulus package, and the $600 per week or $2,400 per month stimulus payments. So in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly what he said about the economy, second stimulus package, and these recurring stimulus payments. But before we get started, I want to remind you guys that I'll be announcing the $50 free stock giveaway winner in this video. So if you've liked any of my previous videos, or subscribed to my channel, or have commented, then please be sure to stick around until the end of today's video so you can see if you won the giveaway. If you don't win, don't worry, you can still go ahead and get 2 free stocks right now valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. Anyways, let's jump right into it and let's get into what Larry Kudlow and the White House are saying right now about the economy, stimulus checks, and everything with the second stimulus package. So the reporter asked Larry Kudlow if an economic recovery has been derailed by the increase in cases that we are currently seeing. Over 7 states have been seeing dramatic surges in the number of virus cases. Dozens of states across the country are seeing a surge in the number of cases, specifically in the southern and western parts of the United States. So Larry Kudlow responded to this by saying right now, with the recovery, they are looking at the numbers very, very closely on specific regions. He says those states in the southern and western parts of the United States who have been pausing or slowing down reopening schedules, he said they are doing the right thing. He said right now we need to be able to put out these fires and address these issues as they come up in specific areas. And he said by these states' governors shutting down certain parts of the economy and starting to slow down the reopening process is the right thing to do. That you can't just start opening up the economy if things are getting worse, and then you can't just keep opening up things and making things go back to normal if cases are surging every single day. He goes on to talk about how this is the time when people have to go back to the basics and remember the guidelines that were put in place when everything first started back in March. He says that if you're in a hot zone where there are a number of cases and things are starting to spike, he said you have to wear a face mask, it would be important to get tested, you have to social distance. He says these are basic rules that they have put in place and that they have talked about since the beginning when the virus first started. He said these are things that people need to make sure to do, and people can't get complacent and think that everything is okay and they don't need to wear a mask or they don't need a social distance. He says that these things are very important for helping contain the spread of the virus. However, he explains how we are in a much better place right now than we were earlier in the year in March, and now we are much more prepared than we had been. He said previously we didn't have as much testing capacity, we didn't have as much knowledge about what is going on, and now we have more capacity for testing and more knowledge of how the virus spreads and how to protect yourself against spreading the virus. So that is at least a good sign right now, because we are not in the same situation as we were, and we do know what to do in order to prevent the spread of the virus. It's just a matter of people following the directions and the rules that were put in place. Then the reporter goes on to ask if he still thinks the $600 per week stimulus payments should be stopped, or if he has changed his mind. Previously, Larry Kudlow said that the $600 per week stimulus payments, these $2,400 per month payments, he said that these should be stopped, and there's no way they will be included in the second stimulus package. However, things have changed, so now the reporter asked him if they are now considering them. He said that right now they are looking at a number of options for the second stimulus package with direct stimulus measures. He said our main goal, hopefully, is to get people re-employed. He said we want to give them perhaps a boost or a benefit for re-employment, and we want them to come back to work. He said right now the main goal of the White House and of Congress is to get people back to work, get people re-employed, and to see that unemployment rate continue to drop. So ultimately, whatever accomplishes that goal of getting people back to work will be what the White House and Congress decides to do. He said right now there are multiple anecdotal reports from small businesses that are saying it is very difficult to attract workers and rehire workers who are receiving these unemployment benefits, these $600 per week and $2,400 per month payments, because they are receiving more money staying at home collecting benefits than they do by returning to work. So he said since they're hearing all these reports from businesses, they have to change this, because the main goal right now is to get people back to work. So if now businesses are trying to rehire, trying to attract workers, and they cannot because people make more money at home, well then that is not a good policy to be kept in place. He said, incentives work. If you're going to give people more money to do something, well then people are going to want to return to work if they will receive more money. But right now, if people are making more money at home, not doing anything, well then they're incentivized to stay at home. So he said incentives work, and they need to make sure the incentives are lined up correctly and they're put in place to incentivize people to go back to work. So from what he said here, it seems like they are not going to continue the full $600 per week or $2,400 per month payments. It seems like they'll either reduce these or just implement a back to work bonus. He goes on to talk about the economy, and he says at the moment the story looks very good. He said we're set for a V-shaped recovery, and he said it might change, but as of right now, he said we're carefully looking at all of the data, and as long as they put out the individual spikes in the number of virus cases and they address everything as it pops up, it looks like we are still going to see a V-shaped recovery. He said it's not definite, but the way things are moving right now, according to the stock market, according to data, it looks like jobs are starting to come back and life is starting to return to what it was pre-pandemic. So ultimately, this is good news for a second stimulus package. He's talking about how they will include some sort of direct payments in the next package, whether that is going to be a back-to-work bonus or reducing these enhanced unemployment benefits. He didn't talk about other direct stimulus payments, but what he did talk about is supporting the American people who are in the most need, the people who don't have jobs right now. This has been what we've heard a lot from Congress and the White House, how the next stimulus package is going to be focused on those who are most in need. And then finally, I just want to let you guys know a couple of quick reminders of things that are going on this week. So the first reminder is that Dr. Anthony Fauci, who is the nation's top infectious disease doctor, is set to testify later today before the Senate's Health Committee. He's going to be talking about the virus and how we've been seeing a surge in the number of cases and other aspects of the economy right now. So I'll keep you updated on what happens there. And then the other thing that is very important to keep an eye out for is going to be the June unemployment report, which I've already mentioned will be coming out later this week on Thursday. So I'll keep you updated on both of those, but that's just a quick update from Larry Kudlow, who is the National Economic Council Director. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and now let's get into the $50 free stock giveaway winner. So the winner for the $50 free stock giveaway is this person. Thank you everyone who entered, everyone who's been supporting my channel, liking, commenting, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app. Join our Power of Finance investors group if you're interested in the stock market, investing, and how to make money in general. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.